What's poppin', guys? Szyl here, and last episode we took a look at the 2018 Nuke collection. This time we're taking a look at the original. So, first things first, we have the PP-Bizon Irradiation Alert, which, yeah, basic nuclear symbol in the middle. Really bad color scheme and design for the rest, just a brown and light blue stripes with some random orange stripes going through it. The cool golden nuclear logo actually looks kind of sick. A gold nuke logo, especially in the middle of the weapon, looks kind of cool. The rest of the skin looks horrible, so yeah, I can't really put this that high. And wow, this this whole collection used the same design. I haven't looked at all the skins yet, and this looks yeah, that looks like the same design with different color schemes. Yeah, I mean D tier, definitely better than stock. I'll give it that, but very uninspired. Yeah. Next up, we have the same design on the sawed-off, even the same name. They couldn't even think of an original name. There's all three shotguns are called the Irradiation Alert. Difference is this one is scratched up a bit, and the nuke design is a lot more better placed, and generally the skin uses a lot more light blue than that horrible brown color, so it kind of looks a bit better. Give it that, but it's still a D tier skin. It's just a bit better than the other than the Bizon. Yeah, and this is probably gonna be a fast video considering they're all basically the same design. Next up is the Mag 7, which is literally the same design as the Bizon, even though everything's like placed the same too. Same thing. I'm not even going to say anything new. It's the same fucking thing, just a bit nicer, I guess, because you can see more of the nuclear logo than you could on the Bizon. You can see a lot more of the main logo, which is the cool part of the design. Next up, we have our industrial grade skins, which is the Fallout Warning, first on the UMP. For some reason, it's not applied to the entire skin. I fucking hate when they do that. But the red nuclear logo with the red and blue background looks a lot more clean. I'm a lot less disappointed if I had to use this. I want to put it in the C tier. I think it looks a little bit nicer with this color scheme. Unfortunately, it doesn't use the whole skin, so I'm going to give Doc some points for that, which the XM does a bit better, using the exact same design. The XM would have looked nicer, but the nuclear symbol is pretty much invisible. You're not going to see that ever in gameplay. Hopefully there's patterns where it's better, but from what I can tell, even from the preview picture, it looks like this. So I think it's just bad. Doesn't even show the nuclear symbol. I wouldn't say it's necessarily an F tier, but it's definitely the worst thing we've seen so far. These skins kind of have an uninspired, bland design, other than this main central of a very radiant nuke symbol. So having that hidden just ruins the skin. Next up, we have the P90 Fallout Warning, which looks much better. The nuke symbol is very visible. Red and gray, unfortunately, makes it a little bit worse of a background color scheme, but the way it's applied to the skin is a lot nicer. Unfortunately, this is also an older skin, so the front of the classic P90 problem of early skins is very scratchable in the front, middle, just anything in the front section here. But luckily, the focus is on the back part of the skin, and the back part of the skin looks kind of clean. Wouldn't really say I'd really want this, but would not mind picking it up. Probably the best thing we've seen so far. Yeah. Next up, we have the M4A4 Radiation Hazard. Same design. Actually, no, it's a new design. Or if it isn't, this was a lot better made with that same design. Nuke symbol, very noticeable in the middle, very noticeable orange, which is kind of known as like the warning, like nuke incoming kind of color, so it's nice. And these kind of stripes almost look like kind of like warning. I don't even know what to call it. They just make me think like warning, watch out. Maybe there's like warning tape or something. I don't know, but something about them makes me think of that. And it even has a second nuclear symbol here in the back. And if you really look at it, there's technically like a third back here that you're never gonna see. But that's kind of cool, having two nuke symbols in the same weapon. But one of them is much brighter than the other since it's the focus of the weapon. I think it's kind of cool. Color scheme's a lot nicer. This is a particularly bad fact news, so I'm gonna assume that's why it's scratched up. But if it stays this scratched up all the time, I can't really say it's particularly good. But I'm gonna put it in a B tier. It's solid color scheme, pretty solid design. Yeah, very good use of that kind of color scheme. Next up, we have the P250 nuclear threat, which is using the green color of a nuclear kind of meltdown, right? The lime green here of the main nuke symbol is what you think of when you think of like nuclear radiation. But the background is just a dark green and light green, which kind of looks like shit. The main kind of nuke symbol looks cool as fuck. Otherwise, this doesn't look good. I'm actually gonna put in C tier. I think it looks bad. And then yeah, our final thing is the same design for the ninth time, the Tech 9 nuclear threat, which uses that same color scheme of the PG-50, but adds these random like stripes and stuff that make it look weirdly a little bit better. The back being this lime green is kind of cool as well. Yeah, I don't like almost the camel colored background. The nuke symbol is very cool and very noticeable, I'll give it that. But the background color is horrible. I'd much rather have the M4. So I'm gonna go below the M4. I think it does it better than PT50 at least. I don't know why. It just looks a bit cleaner. But I think the M4 was the best looking one we had, and none of these were particularly good. None of them were obviously horrible. None of them were like really bad. But yeah, they all use the same fucking design, which kind of sucks. Uh, didn't give me a lot to talk about. But yeah, that's kind of my opinion on this collection. It's just mediocre. I'm very glad it was replaced because the new Nuclear collection is fucking fire. So I'm very glad this got replaced. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.